All right, good afternoon. This video is for quiz number 2, inferential statistics. I'm going to go over how to get to it and some of the problems. Last video, it took me a while to figure out how to do some of them, so don't worry. It's all tough for some folks, and we're all forgetful, so don't freak out about it. If it's tough, just email me or reach out whenever you need help. So if we go to your course, we go to modules, you will see that we are all the way down to quiz number 2. And then there's literally only one more assignment before the final. Isn't that wild? So here we go. Here's quiz number 2. And then I literally only have one more thing to show you, which is ANOVA, which is nice. So we open it in Pearson. And notice that the quiz is it's only 10 questions, so extra short. You have until July 22nd and 1% off late penalty. But you can try it as many times as you want. So I'm going to start the test. Notice that once I started the test, I can stop the test at any time. I can pause this, resume later, do whatever I want with this. You know, we can go wherever we want, alert. Oh, so it doesn't let me go to the next one without going to the first one. Yes. No, you can't negative in the save for later mode. Okay, so I'm going to save for later mode, so I can't do that. So let's not freak out too much. So 8.1% of homes only have a landline telephone and no wireless phone. A survey around 12,005, blah, 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 had these phones. So express the original claim in symbolic form. So P is less than 0.081. Ta-da! That says it's less than 21. The null is that P is going to be equal to 0.081, and your H1 is going to be P is going to be less than 0.081. Remember, it's going to be exactly the same. This one's less than. But I can't go back. That's just my choice, right? So if I change the mode, I think I can go to save for later mode. So let's see what happens when I go back. Sweet. So right now I did one attempt. I can go to finish the test. So you can pause it and come back, which is what I wanted to show you, right? And now let me go to a different one. All right, so it's not letting me skip around, which is kind of weird. So I guess you just have to like work with it. I thought I made it easier to work with. I could try messing with the settings, but I think this is for this quiz is how it has to work. But it's not too crazy. The first one's just going to be equal to we want to say that it's going to be 50% of the time. And then this is going to be totals with more than 50% of the time. Someone puts a 0.5. To get the Z statistic, you can use StatCrunch, right? That should always be like in your back pocket, like to use if you're struggling. So if you need to go to StatCrunch, you could always go to my math lab, open my math lab, and we can just open StatCrunch. And you can see we want to find the Z-score with 43 slices of toast, 23 landed butter side up, 20 butter side down. So to get the Z-score, it's not going to be too crazy. So the P is like it happening, the Q is like it not happening. So we can just open this in StatCrunch, and you will see to get the Z-score, we have degrees of freedom 43 minus 1. So our degrees of freedom is going to be 42. So that's the normal distribution. Oh, so we don't need the degrees of freedom. We just need the, we're one-tailed. And we're doing this at the 0.10 significance level. So if we're doing this at the 0.10 significance level or the 0.01 significance level, no, it's 0.10 significance level. So, but we want it to be, is it more than or less than? It's more than, so it's going to be on the other side. So if I want this, I just have to switch this to go the other way and make this 0.1. So there's my, it's a 1.28 is the one that we like. Oh, but we want the test statistic. I was going to get the critical value. So to get the test statistic, all you would need to do for this one is to go to graph, stat, proportion stat. We got two samples with summary, and we would just put them in. Nothing too crazy about this. You put this in, you put this in. This one's gonna be, since it's greater than, it's here, and we just make this 0.10, and you hit compute and the answers come right up. So that shouldn't be too hard. It'll give you the Z stat, and then we know it's gotta be bigger than that value. So ta-da. Good luck. I know you're gonna do fine with this. Feel free to reach out if you need help, and take care.